Hakeem Dermish here with ESPN MLB insider Jayson Stark, and here's your ESPN.com headline. Nationals rising star Anthony Rendon says he doesn't watch baseball on TV because it's too long and it's boring. Interesting. Do you agree with Anthony Rendon here?
I don't think baseball is boring. I think
of course
baseball is awesome.
Right.
I love baseball. So I don't agree with that part, obviously. A time of game, pace of game is an issue, and it's more of an issue now with replay. I was in a session the other day at the All-Star game with Bud Selig, and this is a big point of emphasis for Bud. They have to report into him every single week, Joe Garagiola Jr., and let him know where they stand on time of game. And so, I mean, obviously, there are ways to speed up the game. I think baseball should look into more ways to speed up the game. But do I think baseball is too long and boring to the point where I want to go watch the History Channel like him? No.
Me neither. How do you think baseball fans are reacting to this? Because here's a guy that's playing a game that they would love to be playing at a professional level. I think we as fans would like to think that these guys sit at home, watch games, but they really don't. How common do you think this feeling is towards baseball being too long and boring?
From people who don't like baseball, they agree with them. But the people who like it, I don't know what they're going to make of this. I'll tell you what's really surprising to me. And that is that if you watch Anthony Rendon play, Anthony Rendon is a guy who plays with tremendous feel for the game. I don't know where you get that feel if you don't watch the game, if you don't watch the sport. I know I've always taught my kids you can learn a lot by watching. And so if you want to become a better player, that's why you should be watching.
Sure.
I don't know how watching the History Channel is going to make them a better player.
If anything, what can be done maybe to speed up games? We know we just added replay. Games are over 3 hours. They've kind of always been around that three-hour mark. What could be done at this point?
Well, there is stuff that could be done. Whether it will be done, that's another story. Look, you could have a rule that says hitters cannot step out of the box. Once they get in, they have to keep 1 foot in for their entire at-bat. You could have a clock. You know, we have a shot clock in basketball. You could have a clock on how long a pitcher should be allowed to go between pitches. And if he goes beyond the 25 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it is, it's an automatic ball. There are a lot of things you could do, but baseball's been kicking around these things for years, hasn't, for some reason, been willing to do any of them. I personally would be in favor of a clock. I'd be fine with that. I do think that the pace of game needs to be improved, but again, I've heard this a few thousand times over the last few years.
Like you, I'm a baseball fanatic, so baseball on TV, not boring, not too long. For Jayson Stark, I'm Hakeem Dermish.